What does it take to build a brand like yours with over 1 million followers?
Luck?
Luck?
I guess I could just say I'm fucking good, one of the best to ever do it, and everyone else can suck me off. But in reality, that's not the case. Social media is tiring. You've got to stay relevant as well because people can forget about you like that. You've got to keep making videos. You've got to keep coming up with ideas.
What is the one thing that nobody knows about Willem Powerfish? That is insane.
Money buys happiness. That's just a load of You get any sort of money or people start seeing you doing well, they come out of the woodwork. People you haven't seen in ages. More money, more problems. 100%.
Are your funny videos real?
Look, it's funny you say that because
Welcome back to another episode, guys. An exciting one. We have a legend in the house. Please welcome a world record fisherman and comedian, famously known for catching the elusive 3-meter flatty. And he has managed to build a brand with over 1 million followers across all social media platforms. The legend, the one and only, Mr. Willem Powerfish. Welcome to the show, brother.
can I clap for myself?
Yeah, of course you can.
No, thanks for having me.
Yeah, we met recently. You came as a guest on one of our clients' podcast episode, and I heard a little bit about your story. I went and checked your videos. I'm like, I definitely need to talk to this man, right? He's being able to build an incredible brand and business, obviously, in the back end from that. And is not someone that I have brought in the podcast before, like a comedian and someone that is in this type of industry. So I thought it would be super interesting.
Yeah, okay.
And what does it take to build a brand like yours with over 1 million followers?
Luck? Yeah, I don't even know how the fuck it happened. I don't know. It's just crazy. Social media, the internet is wild. Yeah, I got lucky, I guess.
Is it luck or is it that cheesy known saying of when luck is when preparation and opportunity meet together?
Yeah, look, I guess I could just say I'm good. I'm great at it. You know, I'm one of the best to ever do it, and everyone else can suck me off. But in reality, that's not the case. I put in a lot of hard work for sure. People may not see it that way. People may think, oh, fuck, man, how lucky he gets to go fishing, gets to make videos. That's not hard. Fuck off. It's fucking ridiculous. It's tiring. It's repetitive. It sucks. But at the end of the day, I'd rather be doing this than working for some other cunt telling me what to do. You know what I mean? So,
And I guess that will be the best part about it, that you get to be your own boss and you just get to be you full time.
yeah, that's exactly right. But look, when you say your own boss, it is good. But at the end of the day, like, everything becomes work, you know? And it gets to the point where you're like, fuck, I don't even want to do it anymore, kind of thing, you know? And just pay me to do nothing. But yeah, that doesn't happen. So yeah, look, it is good. I'm not going to whinge about it like I have been for the past 30 seconds, but yeah, it's good.
That's one thing that only when you start pursuing what you're meant to do, or I guess your passion, at some point, depending on how obsessed you become about it and how hard you pursue that thing, you will realize that you will almost grow into this weird area where you love it, but now you hate it at the same time.
Yeah, 100%. Like I said, social media is tiring. You know, you've got to stay relevant as well because people can forget about you like that. You know what I mean? You've got to keep making videos. You've got to keep coming up with ideas. Like I've had my recent filmer at the moment, Julian, like, you know, I got him on board because I thought he would have a lot of great ideas, but he's brought absolutely fucking nothing to the table. You know, so I'm going to be looking.
Julian happens to be there in the background, just for context.
Nah, he's been great. He really has. It's been good to have a fresh mind, a youthful mind. You know, I'm into dark comedy myself to a certain extent. You know, so it's been good to have someone there and kind of put a new spin on things. But yeah, in relation to what your question was, which I can't really remember, what was it?
we'll move with it because now I have a few other questions based on everything you just said. Are you guys actually working together? Because I thought you were just collaborating.
No, so he actually works for me as a filmer and editor,
Yeah, right.
producer, director, all that sort of stuff. Yeah, so yeah, we do collaborate a little bit on some sort of videos and whatnot. But obviously, I pay him for his time, and
That I reckon that was such a good move from your end because it seems like you guys are quite different in a way. You're in the same industry and you have seems like your sense of humor as well connect pretty well and you guys get to flow when you're doing your thing.
yeah. Look, he's very dark.
Yeah,
He's and like comedy is subjective.
exactly.
But there's some things where I just kind of like, whoa, that's fucking, but then some people aren't like that, and fair enough. But yeah, he has been good to work with. Yeah.
And is that something that was a motivation for you to bring him on board? Was it like this guy has that thing that is on the edge and it will push you, or was that a motivation for you to bring him on
No,
board?
so actually, me and my filmer beforehand actually parted ways, and I was looking for someone, and there was no one. It was very hard to find someone that actually done editing and filming, directing, or it was trying to find someone that could film, then another person to edit, right? And he was up for grabs. He'd just recently been laid off. Well, he says he left, but we all know he got laid off with another mob he was working for. And he was available. And I said, fuck, all right, let's give it a go. Yeah, so we gave it a go.
I can tell you from running a video production business that finding a good filmmaker that is also a good editor as well that understands storylines and storytelling and how to actually direct you, it's fucking hard, man. It's
yeah.
1 in a million because they need to have a stack of years doing the thing as well.
And that's why I do pay him graciously.
One thing as well that I noticed that he was helping you a lot with was giving you almost the tonality as well to how to say things to actually come across
Yeah.
as funny as you can
Yeah.
for your skits.
Yeah, that's right, he does. But he's also, I'm quite upset a little bit as well because his stand-up comedy is going really well. And you know what happens when it goes really well? He's not going to need me anymore.
He's gonna leave.
He will leave.
Are you prepared for that? Because it seems like he's been on a roll as
Yeah,
well.
he's been on a very big roll, and no, I'm not, and I'll sabotage that in any way I can.
Just his career.
No, I'm not lying. I will.
What is the hardest part of your specific brand, of growing a brand like yours?
It's rude, crude, controversial. A lot of talking about blokes on blokes. Have you had a man? You're not a man till you had a man. Like, there's a lot of people that take offense to that sort of stuff. It's a touchy line, but I kind of I put it in with comedy so I could kind of make it work in a way and just kind of acted myself, man. Like, I think that was the big thing that helped as well. Just being myself, not trying to be someone else in front of a camera, and then on stories, and then in person I'm totally different, so yeah.
Is that what exactly made you move to comedy? Because I was listening to some of your podcasts that were done a few years ago, and you actually started as an underwater photographer?
Yeah, so, well, just ocean photographer, yeah. So I used to, because growing up on the coast, used to surf when I was younger and all that. And then, I just got into taking photos. I started with a GoPro in the water, the Hero 1, whatever it was called. And then went up from there and then started stuffing around with DSLRs, and then got a housing, and then started a Facebook page, and where it got to the point where I opened a gallery up at Broadbeach, and yeah, it was going good. And then yeah, that was a good time in life, yeah, for sure.
GoPros bring me so many memories because that's exactly how I started my
Yeah.
journey as a videographer. I started with a GoPro just documenting my surfing back then, and then the travels and the
Yeah.
little things, and one thing leads to another, and suddenly this is my life,
Yeah.
making videos and telling stories. But why exactly commenting? Because from being an ocean photographer to doing funny skits. It's completely different industries.
Yeah, but I've always kind of just not really cared what people thought, and always when we'd get drunk, we'd do stupid shit, and I'd always have a laugh and kind of like the class clown, you know what I mean? So uh, it was just at this point where my mate was like, I started getting into fishing, and my mate was like, "Oi, let's go down a jetty. You piss off the fishermen casting over their lines, and I'll film it, and I'll put a mic on you." And I was like, "Yeah, all right, fuck it, I'll do it." And then I did it, and then it was just all off the top, just have you had a man or a 3 meter flathead? It just came off the top, which was quite weird. And then it just got traction, and then people started to like, and I was like, "What the fuck?" And then I was like, maybe I'm onto something here. Because, a lot of pranksters were out there pranking people and doing things, but there was just no one was fucking with fishermen. You know what I mean? I was like, that's weird. Why is no one like, they're the most territorial, serious fucking people, man. Like, and I thought, fuck, I've found something here. Yeah, so
So it sounds like it was almost by pure accident
100%.
that you landed on it.
Yeah, 100%.
And then what was the moment where things just got out of control?
I think after like the second or third video, then I launched merchandise, and like literally the merchandise had a picture of me and my outfit, and then under it said, "You ever had a man?" And I was like, "Fuck, are people really gonna buy this?" And I launched a website, and at this point, I only had like, fuck, I swear it was like 30,000 on Instagram, right? And I launched it, and then the first night I did 30,000 overnight on Shopify. And I was like, "What the fuck?" I was like, "Are you kidding?" And then it just went berserk from then. I was like, "All right, fucking, I need a full-time filmer. I need to fucking, strategize and fucking implement all these different things, and yeah, try and scale everything because I don't know, I really wanted it to succeed." Yeah.
Dude, $30,000, that would have been mind-boggling and also life-changing money.
Oh, for sure.
right?
100%. I still remember, I've got the video on my phone somewhere, but I filmed the Shopify and the visitors, and then I was watching the money going up. And I was like, "Are you fucking kidding? Like, what the fuck? Like, this is psycho." Yeah, that was fucking wild.
And that's awesome that you also went straight up into full entrepreneur mode.
Yeah,
Like, okay,
100%.
I need staff, I need team members.
Yeah.
I just need to make this happen. And you seize the opportunity, because a lot of people would have probably just kind of stole at that point, right?
I don't know. Like, I think I was at a point in my life where I was like, even if I wasn't gonna be doing 30,000 overnight, I still would have fucking done. I still would have continued. I just enjoyed it. I just enjoyed like people's reactions. I enjoyed the hate. There was a lot of hate, fishermen. And I just enjoyed everything about the whole social media. Like, of course, like when a video goes really well and the views and the likes go up, like fucking, what is it? Your endorphins are, you're like, you're like,
The
oh, fuck.
dopamine, yeah.
Dopamine, yeah. You're like, oh, fuck, give it to me. Like,
Yeah.
so I just become addicted to it, I guess. Yeah.
Isn't that strange? Because I've been there as well. When you have something going viral and suddenly you're just checking all the time, how many views, how many likes, look at the comments, you start replying, engaging with random
Yeah.
strangers on your post. Isn't that weird?
Yeah, it is very weird, but that's the way we're headed, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then what did it take for you to actually service that amount of merch when you first broke out? And made
Yeah,
those
so
30,000?
at the start, like I went through like 4 or 5 different screen printers, because I knew nothing about business. I knew nothing about logistics, nothing about uh, ecom, nothing. So I actually got some kid. He was probably about 15, and he was a follower on my Instagram. He made my website. Like, he was just some kid, and I was like, so yeah, I had to literally learn from the ground up, and yeah, fuck, I wouldn't want to do it again. That's for sure. It was a lot of work, and I think after 2 years of doing it out of the garage in my house, we finally went to a warehouse, and yeah, like 2 years living in and around the merchandise in your house, like fucking full, like, yeah, it was wild.
And that's what people don't see, because
Nah.
even I hear you saying that, and it just takes me back to when I was just working from a bedroom, single bed, just enough space between my desk, a chair, and the bed, just working
Yeah.
every day, countless hours in my room, right? And nobody sees that time on the journey.
Yeah.
They only see the result
That's
of
right.
it, right? What else used to happen back then that people have no clue that you had to go through those challenges?
I guess, I don't know, like challenges were learning about business and, you know, stress of having to make new content. Um, let's just say, for instance, an example of you sell 1,000 shirts, right? You rely on your screen printer. ETAs are very important. And screen printers, anyone will know, they're fucking so unreliable. They're fucked. And this one screen printer, I was using, and I sold 1,000 shirts, and he gave them to me, and they were all fucked. The quality was just fucked, and I was like, "You're kidding me!" And he said, "Oh, it's going to take me another 2 weeks to get," and I'm like, "Oh fuck!" And I've got all these emails coming in. People are blowing up. They've already paid. A lot of these days, people are impatient. They want shit like this. So that sort of stress on you is fucked to the point where you're like, "Fuck, I can't sleep." You want to go to another screen printer, but they're all backed up. They can't do anything off the spot. Like stuff like that can really fuck you up. Yeah.
That's one of the things that I constantly repeat to my team and even clients, because we have to coach a lot of our clients when it comes to the business strategy, their offers, the marketing overall vision that we have for the content that we're producing for them. But everything is around speed. Speed, speed, speed. Wealth and success love speed. How can you move faster than any of your competitors? How can you make sure that your customers get the merch faster than any other store, right? So because if they get a great experience, guess what? They're gonna keep coming back.
Yeah, they'll come back. The other thing is as well, like in the first 2 years, I was all organic. All my sales were organic. I wasn't running any ads, anything. And that's the one thing that mind boggled a lot of people as well. They were like, "What? No ad spend?" I was like, "No, it's just all organic." Like, which was, now thinking back on it, is fucking crazy, And I think, fuck, what if I was spending money on ad spend? And then I got into the whole fucking ad spend thing, and like, fuck me, that's a whole nother world. Like, going with different, what do they call them? Different, where they create the ads for you, they market them.
All like the media buyers and
Yeah, but you go to them and you tell them, you say, "Hey, I want to start running ads," and they suss your business out, and then they run the ads and they charge you, like that sort of thing.
yeah.
Going for the, and I think they're just all fucking like the amount of people I went through for that, I just thought, this is a scam. Like this, if you actually studied yourself for even a couple of weeks, you could do it yourself. Yeah.
Are you currently running your own ads?
I'm not running any ads at the moment. I nearly 2 years ago, I got hit up by this mob to wanted to lease my brand, and at the time I had just joined with LMCT Plus, and I kind of didn't want the merch really anymore. I didn't want the headache. It was, I could say I could not be involved and I had workers that would run it and all that, but I'd still have to be involved, and I didn't want to be involved anymore. So when I got hit up by this mob, I said, "Yeah, take it, fucking, lease it." And they were giving me 7% of profit, which was just fucked.
That's stupid.
I regret it so much.
Oh, you actually did it?
Yeah, I did it.
Oh no.
Worst
dude.
mistake I ever made in my life, And look, I'm not going to say these people are, but the shit, how they ran that business and how they carried on that for 10 years or so, they had been in the industry and they knew how to run ads and marketing and fucking everything, was just fucking wrong. But it essentially ruined the brand. Yeah.
And fast forward now, are they gone? Did you took over back again? Or
At the end of this month, I get it back. Yeah.
fuck, man, I'm happy for you.
Yeah,
that
I'm
now you
I'm
get it.
lucky because they really fucked it up bad. Just the designs were absolutely terrible. The marketing was like literally a new shirt, and they'd go down the beach and take it with a fucking iPhone, and then take the photo, but then the horizon would be all fucking crooked. It'd be oversaturated. It'd just be
Not even investing into proper photography or anything.
so bad.
Yeah, right.
So bad. So that's one of the mistakes for sure.
So how does a deal like that plays out as well? So you just paint the picture so I understand a little bit better. You were kind of annoyed. You didn't want to deal with it. You didn't maybe knew how to take it to the next level. These guys appear. They're like, hey, we can grab
No,
this
I
thing
knew.
and make
I
it
knew.
better.
It wasn't that I didn't know how to take it to the next level. Like I had already been doing it for 3.5 years, and it was going good. And I was doing because see, I used to run my own thing where I would give away boats, and I'd say, all right, here's a $50,000 boat. Okay, I'm going to give it away in a month. All you have to do is purchase any item from my website. One item is 1 entry, 2 items is 2 entries, so forth. That was working great. Then I got hit up by LMCT Plus, which is the biggest giveaway company in Australia at the moment. Adrian Portelli is a billionaire. He came at me. He said, come work with us. And I was just like, well, okay, well, fuck. This is a good opportunity. And I thought it through, and then I thought, you know what? I'm going good where I am now, but this could lead to bigger and better things. So I'm signing the contract. I went with them. I had the merch still, and I was like, you know what? I don't know about the merch. These guys hit me up. They said, hey, we'll lease it. And I said, what are you going to give me? And they said, 5%. And I said, 5%? Oh, but you're not doing anything, And I said, fuck, I'm not doing anything. I know, but yeah, blah, blah, blah. And we agreed on 7%. Mind you, they didn't pay for the license or anything. I gave it to them.
Dude, that
I
is so
gave
bad.
it to them.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that was a fuck up. So, yeah. That's that story.
And then you had a set time for
Yeah.
that leasing,
Yeah, 2
which
years.
just finishes
No,
right now.
2 or 3 years, yeah.
And then what are you planning to do now, knowing what you know?
Fuck. I don't know. I think I will start the merch back up. It just depends how much drive I have, I guess. I still have drive to make videos and all that, and I have to because I got a mortgage and I need to survive. You know what I mean? A lot of people think, oh, you're fucking millions. I'm like, nah, I don't have fucking millions. I've given away a lot of money. I've given away a shitload. Probably, I would say I've probably given away about, it could be between 7, 8, 900,000. It'd be pretty close, yeah, which would have helped set me up. But I liked helping people, so I've done that. And I don't know, I might start it back up. I say I will. Yeah, but it would be different, because I can't do the whole boat giveaway anymore because I'm in a contract with LMCT Plus where I'm not allowed to give away things with a motor as such, like a boat or a car. So, yeah, all the sales would have to be essentially organic apart from running ads, as in there's no incentive for people to buy it. You know what I mean? And when I was doing the boats and that, the incentive was there, so the merch was just... And having an audience is weird because you can train the audience. And if you've trained the audience to buy because they got a chance to win something and then there's no chance to win something anymore, it's quite hard to turn that audience around.
That is such a good point, that now that specific audience has been trained into, oh, every time I buy, I also get the opportunity to win this thing.
That's right.
And now you can't really do that. That's very interesting to
Because
think
when I
about.
first started, as I mentioned, organically, overnight, 30 grand, it was going great. It was fucking killing it. And then one time I was sitting at home and I said, oh, I'm gonna give away $1,000, guys. Head on my website. Anyone who buys something, go on a chance to win, blah, blah. And it went skits. And I was like, hang on a second. I was like, what if I get a fucking boat and then I give away a boat? And then I did that and it went crazy. And then I said, okay, let's do 2 boats this time. Let's do 3 boats. And then we just kept them bigger, bigger, bigger. Yeah. And then obviously when those guys, I leased it to them. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know how it'd go. It might work, it might not. But yeah, I'll probably give it a go.
What was the biggest month you ever had selling merch?
The biggest month. You know what? I've probably got I don't like saying I got a screenshot, but I do because it's
You
quite
gotta keep track of it, right?
it's quite a well, it's quite an achievement in I would say. So just give me a second here. Oh, here you go.
$423,000 in one single month.
Yeah,
Isn't that insane?
yeah, it's crazy.
That is fucking awesome, dude.
Yeah,
And all organically with no ads.
that was organic.
That is wild. That just shows the power of building a brand,
Yeah,
a personal
100%.
brand, how much it commands. Now, that was just merch.
Yeah.
What are the other sources of income that you have with your brand?
Well, monetization on YouTube, Facebook, especially Facebook. Facebook's a very good monetization platform, and shit's all over YouTube, 100%. Yeah, so Facebook's been really good. Like Facebook, I know some guys that have big Facebook followings, and they're making 300,000 US a month, like big money. So yeah, I had YouTube, Facebook. I was even doing Cameo,
Yeah.
So, and Cameo was good too. So yeah, they were the main source of income. Yeah,
Was merch the top
yeah,
revenue?
yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome, dude. Then what about sponsors?
That's an interesting question. I haven't had any sponsors as such, and I think it's because my brand is it's out there. You know what I mean?
Edgy.
And it could be a liability for a lot of brands. So I've never had a manager, never had anything.
Everything
like
has done by yourself.
that. Yeah,
Negotiations, all
yeah,
these things.
yeah. I think the biggest thing I ever did, like brand wise, or I don't know, you could call it brand wise, but a tattoo expo hit me up and they said, "Hey, we want you to come tattoo expo for an hour. We'll give you 20 grand." And I was like, "Okay, what I got to do?" "Oh, you got to get on stage and judge the shittest tattoo." I was like, "Fuck yeah, I'll do that." Like,
Yeah.
and it makes me think, fuck, imagine if I actually had a manager.
Yeah.
Like, fuck, where do you even find? I've never even had anyone reach out.
You have never have anyone that
Nah.
comes and, hey, dude, I will
Never.
manage you, will get you deals.
Nah, never, not one.
That is insane. I'm very
It's
surprised
weird,
of that
eh?
because they're constantly hunting
I know,
as well. And
I
you're
know.
very high profile.
Yeah, no, never. And I always thought that, like, BCF or Anaconda fishing kind of, it would have been it would have been beneficial 100% for both parties. But I think it's just that liability, talking about blokes on blokes and swearing and, just being not so PG that scares a lot of people.
Dude, a manager will 100% find brands
Yeah, where are
that
they?
will align with it.
Where are they?
That is insane. If you're a manager,
Yeah, where are they?
we got a golden goose right here.
Get me the deals.
That is very surprising to hear, actually. I would have guessed, like, oh, you have people all the time reaching out to tell you, hey, dude, I can get you deals. I'm just being a manager. Have you ever put it out there?
No.
Why not?
I don't know. I haven't really. I guess I'm not hungry enough for money, in a way. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, money. We'll talk about money later, but yeah, I don't know. I haven't. Yeah, where are the fucking managers?
When you give money away, is that tax deductible?
No,
Why not?
because it's not run for a charity, and because when I'm giving money away, I'm going to the bank and I'm getting the cash out of my business account, and because I can't show what I've spent the money on, as in with receipts or anything like that. So, no, I haven't claimed anything back with my accountant with any give back that we've done.
And you mentioned that you have given away somewhere in the vicinity of $900,000.
Yeah.
What has been the result of giving that money away for the business and the brand in itself?
The result has been purely greed, I guess. For like, as in not greed, but like it's selfish in a way. It makes me feel good, right? So I'm doing it for both parties, but I do it a lot because it makes me feel good. Probably more, like maybe 80% because it makes me feel good. I don't know. It sounds kind of weird to say, but yeah, I like doing it because it makes me feel really good.
It's interesting as well when we start realizing that a lot of the things that we do that will be deemed as a good deed, it's actually quite selfish that we're doing it because it makes us feel really good. I can resonate so much on
Fuck
that.
yeah, it makes you feel real good. Like I've spoken about it before. Like, you know, one of the guys I had working for me, he was only working for me for a year, and I've known him for a while, and you know, he's never had anything nice in his life. You know, he's grew up in housing commission and never had much money, and I do everything spontaneous, like off the. And one day I said to my chick, I was like, you know what, I'm gonna go buy Eddie a new car today, and she's like, huh? I was like, yeah, I'm just gonna go buy him a new car, and like, it was only 20 grand, but still 20 grand is a lot of money. And I took him out and we drove around, but I didn't tell him. And I was driving different because it's very hard to buy a car on the day. They usually say, all right, come back next couple of days and pick it up. We'll get it ready. And I took him to Tweed, this car dealership. I said, you like this one? He said, oh, you get another car? I was like, yeah, I need another runaround car. And then I gave it to him and I said, it's yours. And he's like, fuck off. And I'm like, no, it's for you. And he's, you know, he was gobsmacked. Like, but that's the kind of, like, that shit to me, like, is like, that's the shit, you know? That's the shit that makes you feel really, really good about yourself and can bring your self-esteem and everything up. So, and we've done a lot of things as well off camera, you know, like there's some people don't want to be on camera, you know, which is understandable. You know, so I do a lot of things behind closed doors as well. So
That is awesome, dude. Well done, because it would be very easy for a lot of people in your position to just do things for themselves, which is, by the way, I don't think there's nothing wrong with that, because if you have worked your ass off to build this brand, you could totally just do stuff for yourself and your family and whoever you choose to, right?
exactly, like any them, your money's your money, their money's their money. You can do what you want with it, you know. So
What are the 3 biggest lessons you have learned from building a following with over 1 million followers?
3 biggest lessons. Try not take anything to heart, even though you will. Um, don't go on the internet if you're not ready to go to war, because people are going to fucking come at you. You'll be the nicest person ever, right? You're still going to have haters. You'll still get DMs saying you're a piece of shit, fuck you, you know, blah, blah, blah. That's the world. That's the internet. So, yeah, number 1 would be, yeah, have a good think about, fuck, what were the questions? What was the questions? The 3?
The 3 biggest lessons that you have taken from building a following of 1 million.
Oh, 3 biggest lessons would be how cruel social media can be. That would be number 1. Number 2 would be don't believe everything that you see, 100%. I know as corny as that sounds, but fuck, there's a lot of people that come off real fucking genuine in front of a camera, but in person, they are fucked.
They suck.
Yeah, they are fucked, man. And number 3 would be, I don't know if I have a number 3. Do I have a number 3?
One more. I want
Give me
more.
something.
You have to tell me, because you're the one that has built 1 million followers.
I wish that they still had the inbox button where you could hold and it would show you the message and then you could release and you wouldn't open it.
Oh, yeah, that sucks when they took that
Because I have a
away.
lot of people asking me for money. A lot.
Really?
A lot.
Is that like a daily thing?
Oh, yeah. Every day. And I've fallen for it. Yeah.
You have given money to a complete stranger because they send a text saying something that got you emotionally.
Yeah,
and
my
you went and
dog's sick, needs an operation. Right, this was one instance. My dog is sick, needs an operation. Sent me photos and everything. Look, it could have been fucking true. I don't know, but fuck. I should have known I would have never seen the money again. Fuck, I can't remember. It was between 3,000 or 6,000 I gave him. And then I seen something, someone sent something to me of his profile on Facebook where he was out fucking, he was a casino or in front of a pokey machine, or there was something. And I was like, this motherfucker even
he got you good.
fuck,
Took
man,
the money of
got me so
the
fucking
sick
good.
grandma to go
I've
play the
done it,
casino.
I reckon I've done it over fucking probably 5-8 times, giving random people money. Yeah. Only once did I see it come back. And that was only because I called him out online. I remembered it. I was going through my camera roll and I fucking seen it. I screenshotted his license because he sent me his license
Yeah,
saying
right.
to give it back. And I seen it and I was like, oh, fuck, that's right, that fucking guy. And I put it up on social media. Straight away, he fucking came. Oh, man, I was meant to contact you. You know, I was meant to, life just wasn't going good. It's good now. I was like, motherfucker, where were you? Well, I got to do this for you to come to me. And then he's like, oh, I can get money next week. Like, I was like, nah. He's like, take it down. I'm like, nah. And he's like, all right, I'll find the money. And within like an hour, he put the money in my account. And I was like, okay, maybe that's what I got to do every
You just
time.
have to call him out in front of
But
everyone.
I'll never
Yeah.
do it again anymore. Like, there's some fuck stories about, you know, sick kids and all that. And like, maybe some of them are true, but I try and explain to people, like, I'm not baby Jesus. Like, you know, I don't
Yeah.
have an endless bank account. Like, yeah, so.
That's one thing that at some point you also understand you can't save everyone.
No, you have to say no sometimes too. And they get angry, especially if you read it and you don't reply. Oh, they get angry, which is fair enough. Look, they get when people are desperate, they'll do anything, you know, for money. If someone really is in need of money and the son's dying or whatever, you know, can you really blame them?
Before this podcast, you were recording with Julian some skits, and you guys came in with so many props, right? To just make one video.
Yeah.
What's the usual cost for you to make one video?
Depends what we're doing. That video this morning, uh, maybe 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Maybe that'd be like $1,800, right? Maybe 2,000 once he edits it. And that'll probably be like a 50-second reel. Yeah, so it's like a lot of things that I do financially don't make sense, you know. But I look at it in the long run of things. I don't look at a return investment straight away. So, you know, a lot of my earlier videos where one video costs 5-6 grand, you know. Obviously I'm not going to see a return on investment in monetization straight away, but maybe down the track it trickles down. But I look at to the future and I think, all right, that video is going to get traction. People are going to remember that, blah, blah, blah. And then I can create shirts off the slangs that we use in that video or, you know, and it kind of just branches out like a tree.
And that's the champion's mindset. Not thinking how much can this video make me today, how much can this make as impact for the brand and the business over the next 12 months
Exactly.
and beyond, right? If you can have that approach, there's no way for you to fail.
Oh, no, yeah. People fail.
But I mean, people will fail, right? But
Yeah.
wouldn't you just have as well the peace of mind that you tried? Because that's the one thing, at least the way I perceive things and the way I approach life. I just want to make sure that by the time I'm gone, I did try my best. I did everything in my power to become the man that I was trying to be and have the impact that I was trying to have and support people that I wanted to support and build the empire that I wanted to build, that I really gave it my best go. And if I don't make it, because that's the reality, right? That nothing is promised, nothing is guaranteed. Many things can get along the way. Sometimes you do need certain level of luck. But I just want the peace of mind that, yeah, there's no regrets. I tried.
Yeah.
And I gave it a good go, right?
Nothing wrong with that. You have to. I think, but, you know, having a good go and all that, but people get attached, and a lot of the time people get attached to money. They don't want to see it leave them. You know, it's quite hard for people to do something out of the ordinary for themselves and be like, all right, I'm going to invest my time into making this video or this content. It's going to cost me this much, and maybe I'll see a return. You know, it's hard for people to do that, and I think that's the thing, that the mindset, you got to change that, and you got to be like, fuck it, I only live once. Money's money. It comes, it goes. You know, am I alive? I can see, I can breathe, my hands and feet, fucking, my body's able. I've won the lotto already. I haven't got cancer. I'm winning.
You're crushing it.
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, fucking just give it a go. But like I've said before, and I've said it a lot, that, you know, I just forgot what I said I was going to say.
What is the biggest lie that people have been told about money?
The biggest lie. I think, as corny as this one sounds, but people still say that money brings happiness, which is like, mm, does it? Yes, I think so. Momentarily, short-lived for sure. Um, but it also brings a lot of negative shit too. More money, more problems. 100%. You get any sort of money, or people start seeing you doing well, they come out of the woodwork. You know, people you haven't seen in ages. They want to hang out with you now. They want to do shit with you. You know, and sometimes it works in the way that they don't want to hang out with you anymore. They don't want to be friends with you anymore because you're doing good, right? They don't like that. So I think that, yeah, I think it would be money. Money buys happiness for sure, because that's just a load of fucking shit.
Which would you say is the order of monetization from all the social media platforms from best to worst?
Shit, I think honestly, could you really call it monetization? I don't know, but TikTok, I know they do pay creators for videos, but I also know they pay creators for going live and doing battles. And there's guys in Australia here that are making 30, 40 grand a week. Big fucking money. Fake beef, you know, like, oh, fuck you, man. Give me more gifts. He's going to beat us, you know, like real panhandling shit. But hey, they're making a lot of money. So I don't know if you could put that in monetization, but I just think that Facebook, in my personal opinion, from what I see Facebook are paying the most. Facebook want all the creators to go back to Facebook, 100%. Then obviously there would be YouTube, Instagram, because they pay for what are they paying for now? I got profile putting ads in the. I don't know, something in my news feed. They're putting ads in there now. I think last month I made $13. I was like, $13?
Damn, dude.
I was like, hang on, that's US.
Such big money.
That's US. And I was thinking, like, why have you implemented this shit? Like,
Yeah.
you know, like I think for the last 30 days I had like 10 million accounts reached, which I was like, well, hang on, that's got to be a fair few profile visits. Like, really? We got to get a billion to make any sort of fucking good money? So, yeah, I'd probably say like Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok. I could be wrong.
Are your funny videos real?
That's the thing. Um, Look, it's funny you say that, because a lot of people they'll claim a video's staged. They'll go, that's staged, but it's real. Or they'll say one is real, but it's fake. And I never really want to. I will eventually. I'll do like a video where and I'll go through every video, and people will be so surprised. But I guess like at the end of the day, it's entertainment. You know, majority of everything you see is bullshit anyway. You know, it's just entertainment. So yeah, I don't know if I can really answer that. I plead the fifth.
What's the percentage of real versus fake videos?
I would say there's a good 50-50.
50-50.
Yeah.
At what point? Because I'm guessing, and tell me if I'm wrong.
Sorry.
Are you dying in there? That'll be the very first guest that dies on the podcast.
Why is my arm feeling all tight?
Damn, this question. Did you start it with real though?
Yeah.
And then at what point did you realize, like, maybe I shouldn't be trying to do this real? Did it get dangerous, or did you get threats, or what led you to go into, hey, let's just do some like prepare video skits and just keep things fake?
Yeah, 100%. I got a lot of death threats, hundreds of death threats. Nothing has ever eventuated into anything either, which is weird, pussies.
Yeah, man up.
Yeah, stab me like you said you fucking would. Nah, I think it got to the point where I was like, I didn't want to fucking ruin people's days anymore. You know, I didn't want to, and it did. It's ruining people's days, and I just got to the point where I just was like, fuck this. Like, I can do other shit that's real, like, and not gonna fuck their day up. You know, so yeah.
Ultimately, and I don't know if I'm wrong, but I see it as you're putting this character, right? So it doesn't really matter if the thing is fake. How many things people watch on a day-to-day basis that are fake? They even have fake friends and they're okay with that, but they might not be okay with a funny video being fake.
That's right. But it also works in my favor a lot of time as well, because if I do a video that's not real and they get so triggered, my audience, and then they're like, fucking fake, fake. They're all commenting, right? Which just builds more traffic for the video,
Engagement.
you know? And I used to be against hate comments and used to really get to me, but now I love this shit. I'm just like, fucking give it to me. The more hate, the more reach, you know? So,
Absolutely. It's a double-edged sword.
yeah.
At this point with your brand, how many people are involved? How many team members do you have, and what are the roles?
There's me and there's Julian.
That's all.
That's it.
That's all. There's nobody else helping you,
No.
dude. That's good profit margins there.
Yeah, but that's why we kind of do fuck all too. Like we could pump out, you know, I know some creators out there doing one video a day. And I'm like, fuck, man, one video a day. Like, that's a lot. And I could go fishing every day and create just content around going fishing and all that. But fuck, I've got a life too. Like, you know, it's what, 4.5 years now, or nearly 5 years I've been doing this. So it's 21, 2, 3, no, 5 years. Yeah. Like you get burnt out fast, man. Like you get burnt. And I think the key is longevity. And I think I've done pretty well to stay relevant for 5 years. Like there's a lot of people come in, they go, shh, and then they just go, shh, they're gone.
How many videos are you currently posting per week?
Minimum one.
Only one video.
Yeah.
Man, you could be doing way more.
Fuck yeah, I could, but fuck, I need a team.
Exactly.
I need a
But why,
team.
why are you not building that team? That's why it surprises me.
Fuck, how? Where? who do I hire?
If you only knew a team that produces content every day for brands, right?
Where do I hire a team that goes, okay, we've come up with these video ideas. So you come in, sit down. We've got this idea. You like this idea. Do you like any of these? Which one you want to do? You know, that'd be great.
What does it take from ideation to then pre-production, production, execution, and then the final product to go live?
Fuck, probably maybe 3 or 4 days, I guess, of texting Julian going, all right, this is the idea. And then he'll go, all right, I'm available this day. And then I say, okay, let's go shoot. We shoot it that day. He takes it home that night. He edits it, gives it to me. Then I'll post it. So it's pretty fast, really. Depends on the video and how complex it is and, you know, what we're actually doing. But yeah.
And you still do all your distribution as well?
No.
I was gonna say, like,
Hang on, with the merchandise?
no, with the content. You post the content yourself?
Yeah.
You post all the content as well?
He'll do everything.
Dude, no, you need to get a manager right now.
I'll do everything.
You should only be focused on being the brand, on being the face of the brand.
I don't know. Yeah, no, I'll do it all.
Interesting. And because also, like, real question, don't you feel that you're limiting the potential of the brand by trying to do everything on your own?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Like I know I could be producing more content more often and growing my audience more and striking while the iron's hot for sure. But at the same time, it's kind of like, I don't know, like I've said, it's hard to find a manager, you know, find a team to do these things and all that sort of stuff. So yeah, look, I guess if I had access to some of those, you know, those things and those tools, and yeah, maybe I would, but yeah.
What is something that if you had to go back and rebuild 1 million followers from scratch that you would love to know, and what would be the steps for you to do so?
Fuck. I don't think I'd change anything. I really don't. Yeah, I don't think I would. I don't think I'd change anything the way that I've done it because The thing that I've learned is that, look, you can have 5 million followers, right? But if you don't connect with your audience in a certain way, they're not going to spend a fucking dime with you. I know people that have millions of followers, they try and launch merchandise, they can't sell shit. Yeah, people will watch your videos and like it, but they're not going to fucking open their wallets for them because they have to feel some sort of connection with the person they're watching. And that's why I feel like the person that I am and the way that I talk and how open I am about my own struggles and, you know, um, just being me, people can kind of resonate with that, you know, and maybe they can see through the bullshit of who aren't acting themselves most majority of the time. And yeah.
What do you see is the biggest mistake that up and coming content creators make?
Um, Trying too hard.
What do you mean by that?
I don't know. Like, I don't really. That's a hard question because I don't really look at up and coming content creators, you know, because on social media, you're only really in your For You page and that you only see people that are actually there, already made it kind of thing. So I don't really, yeah, I don't really know because I don't really even know anyone that's up and coming on there. No, I don't.
But most people will never get to build a million followers
No,
with their brand, right?
no, over,
That's a
over
very
2 million.
but that's a very slim chance of doing that.
It's about finding a niche, you know? Are you a likable person? You know, you've got to resonate with people. If you don't, no one's going to want to watch you. You know, if you really are a bad person, people are going to majority of the time see through that bullshit. You know, so find a niche. If you've got something interesting, put it out there. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. It's 9 times out of 10 that shit won't take off for fucking could be 5 years before you notice that one of your videos goes viral, and then it can just happen like that. You know, for me, I was lucky. It was first video just went skits, and it wasn't kind of like a gradual kind of thing. It just went, you know, which I got lucky. But yeah, there's been people that have been slogging away at it for many years, and they're still not making it. But they're still trying. They're not giving up. Will they make it? Maybe, maybe not. But not everyone can have fucking be up the top. You know, I'm not up the top. Do I want to be up the top? Probably not. I'm pretty comfortable, you know, doing what I'm doing. So
That what you said there is probably the key to really succeed with any business is really understanding your target market and your dream customer. What do they want? What's the problem that they have? Is it just entertainment or is it actually solving a problem that they have with what you do, your product, your merch? What does it mean to them?
yeah,
And if you can connect to that level with them, of course they're gonna invest in you, in your brand, in your
that's right.
products, right? That's one thing that we're big on is who are you serving and trying to get absolute clarity on what's your angle, who are these people, what is keeping them up at night, what are the things that make them excited, what are the things that make them laugh, how can we resonate with them and relate with them.
Mm.
What is the worst advice you have ever received when it comes to building a personal brand?
Maybe like tone down, you know, tone down on that stuff for a bit, you know, because like, yeah, you can't be saying people, no, you can't be talking about that like bloke on bloke kind of, maybe that sort of thing. Yeah.
What is the best advice?
Don't read like into the comments, I guess.
What is the one thing that nobody knows about Willem Powerfish?
Oh, shit. Scared of the dark?
You actually,
Yeah.
you asked for a dark moody
Yeah, no,
setup
actually, there you
today.
go. Yeah, scared of the dark. Always keep lights on. How weird's that?
That's pretty
Chick
weird.
gets pissed too. She's like, turn the fucking, why you got the lights on? Like, fucking no electricity bill. And I never really, like, don't really say why, but yeah, I leave the lights on. Yeah.
Is there anything I haven't asked you today that will be of great benefit to content creators and anyone building a personal brand?
Just the same corny shit, just like be yourself, you know? Like, try not to worry about like what other people say, like especially your mates. You know, there's a lot of people write their mates off if they get on social media and they start trying to be successful in doing something, or something like that. So I'd just probably fucking don't worry about what anyone says, even the fucking comments. You get 10 bad but 1 good, it's good enough.
Absolutely. And that's one thing as well that you start realizing the more you build yourself up is that a lot of people in your circle that you will either expect support from or that you will think that they will be stoked from you, they actually have quite the opposite reaction to it. And to an extent is because probably they will want to do the same, but
Jealousy.
they don't have the courage to do it. They don't have
That's
the
right.
what it takes to do it as well. Because everyone wants to be the king, but not everyone is meant to be the king.
That's right. That's right.
Thank you for coming on the show, brother. Where
Hey,
can
thank
people
you.
find you?
In the mangroves?
Catching Tremito flatties.
They can find me at Powerfish anywhere. But stand in front of the mirror at home at night, 1 a.m. Say the word Powerfish 3 times. Turn the light off, turn it on, and I'll be right behind you.
As usual, all the links will be down below. Make sure to give us a follow at The Creator Grid and all major social media platforms at Creator Nelson. I'll see you guys on the next episode. Goodbyes for everyone.
Thank you.